Educators, welcome! If you're not doing Breakout EDU in your classroom, I would recommend doing it now. It's a great way to kind of see what your students are doing, how they are applying their concepts that they've learned from you or from their classrooms from previous years. It's a really nice way to have students work together as teams, and you can also see students that stand out just a little bit. It's a great tool for your classroom, and it's a nice little whole group activity to get students to think a little differently. I've run across this Breakout EDU a couple years ago. David Dyer, you've heard of him, he introduced the Breakout EDU kits at a after-school program, professional development or training, and it was amazing. It was fun, engaging. I enjoyed it, and it was just interesting to see the leaders, the people that are just following along. And I decided to kind of recreate something that he did with the Breakout EDU kits. If you go on their link on the website, they have great lessons and tutorials. And I picked Attack of the Number Munchers, and that game was phenomenal. It was fun. So you have cases, lock cases. You have lock boxes with goodies if you want, and you can have 3 to 5 locks. And kids will have to look for clues around your classroom to solve the combinations for the locks that you've set. Now, clues meaning you can have anything in your classrooms. One of them, for the lesson that I was doing, the Number Munchers, I had these cups and there's these numbers, and I just put them all around my classrooms. And just to hear kids talk, saying, I wonder if that's a clue. I don't know. Why don't you check it out? See if there's more. You can kind of guide them along of the activity. And pretty soon you start to see kids just grabbing all these cups, and there was 3 sets of these cups. There's black, there's yellow, there's green. So it was all over the classroom, and kids were it was like an Easter egg hunt. They were just excited to find all these cups, but they didn't know what to do with them. Some of them were like, oh, it's a rainbow pattern, and they did that, and they quickly found out that it wasn't making sense. Then you start to hear kids talking about the color patterns. There's a bunch of black ones. Why don't we put all the black ones together? And then if you practice place value and number sense, and you want to see how well they're understanding that concept, this is a great way to see if they're understanding it, if they are getting it. And there's this little comma right here, doesn't belong there, and then kids are trying to figure out how to organize the cups. And then you can see some of the cups have all these numbers. Where is it? Numbers aligned with it. So they have to put in specific orders. So fun little activity. And the setup is quite extensive. It took me a good hour to 2 hours to set everything up, to print everything out. So it takes a little while. But then Courtney Havrilek, who is the after-school program coordinator for Lathrop High School, she emailed me and told me, hey, there's a digital version of Breakout EDU, and I wasn't really sure what that was. And then I looked at the link, and I was amazed. All right, so if I go to Breakout EDU, it brings me here. You can sign in and create an account. It's free. The only thing that does cost money is the kit. And if you don't care about the kit, then you don't have to worry about paying money. But to have an account, it allows you more access to lessons and tutorials. So right here, the subject packs, you can go and look for the hands-on breakout lessons. But if you scroll down, you can see digital games. You can see the different games that they have available. Click on more. You can see all the games that they've created so far for digital content of Breakout EDU. I'm going to show you one of the games that my class did as a whole class. and this is it. So I read this right here to my students. What has happened? You clicked on the wrong link and now nothing makes sense. The room is mixed up and a mess. You need to break free of this school days and get your day back on track. So you have locks right here like you would with the hands-on Breakout EDU, and you just click on the lock that you want to work on. You can just have the projection up and have kids just kind of call out, but I made sure that my students had to make sense of their answers. So they couldn't just shout out answers. I mean, it's a 5-digit combination lock. Kids could just say 7, 5, 3, and I didn't want that. Kids had to tell me why they picked that number. So I'm opening the window. This is their clue. And you can read it, have the students read it. And I told the kids to kind of just soak it in, just look at the picture, look for clues. And I had one kid said, it's the number in the name of the students. Sandy, 5 letters in the name. Jason, 5 letters in the name. Carlene, 7 letters in the name. Sandy, 5 again, and Rose is 4. So one of my students thought he knew what the combination was. 5, 5, 7, 5, 4. We tried it, went to Breakout EDU again. 5, 5, 7, 5, 4, and then you hit submit, and it tells you to try again. Time's still running, and you can always go back to the picture and said, that was a good guess. Can anyone find another clue? And then some kids are saying, well, this one has 7, this one has 7, this has 3, this one has 7, and this one only has 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, great observation. I'm going to tell you right now, that's still wrong. But if you're doing this with your class, you can punch in the numbers and the kids will be really excited, and then, oh no, it's still wrong. Have you guys found what the combination is yet? All right, so really awesome Breakout kit, and it's digital. So prep is only if you want to figure out the clues and the answers before you show it to the kids. Prep could be anywhere for 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. So that was Breakout EDU. It doesn't seem like it's much, but when you have it projected, you have kids looking for clues and everything, you can see the excitement that kids have. Once you've unlocked all the locks, you can have like a nice little lock like this or something like this, and have this key hidden somewhere. You can tell someone where a key is and have them unlock this. Unlock it. And then they can get whatever goodies you want. So, candy, 3D prints. I'm just saying. So yeah, it's a pretty cool way to see how students take all the things that we're teaching them and how they're applying it to, real life scenarios, real life situations, and how they can work together as a team. So I highly recommend using the Breakout Digital, and the hands-on stuff is fun too, but if you're kind of short on time, but you still want to kind of have fun with your class and kind of see where they're at and see who the leaders are and who are kind of just following the team, not really contributing too much, Breakout EDU is the way to go. I really enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it too. That's all. See you next time.